Wait for it. Wait for it.
What's up?
Rolling Thunder Podcast. Your hosts are Scott, the new sundown guy, Andy, he's living loud with Kicker, and Casey, he's not asleep, but he's doing 60s.
Hell yeah, that was awesome. What's up, guys?
Not
Going
much.
on?
What's going on?
Friday night.
Few
It is Friday
faces
again.
on tonight. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, we went up with a whole squad of people. It's Rolling Thunder, episode 29, and we're going to interview our buddy Rob here in a minute. Robert Guy, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Not much, guys. Hanging in there.
So also we're accompanied by, we got Jake again, we got Casey down there, Andy, and Cigar Joe down there.
He just had to come get some stuff cut out.
Yeah, it just played out that way. Let's see, we probably would have got some
I'm
people
trying
in.
to crash them all.
Full house tonight for sure, for sure. Yeah, we got some people in the chat already too. Look at that. What's up, SJC, David?
We got Fuego, Bobby B.
too. Of
Hell
course,
yeah,
we got
brother.
Bobby. And you know he's the first comment on every live every time.
I'm going to go ahead and take and break this stuff out here. We came in here tonight to take in, let's see, we got that. Boom, boom. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God. I'm trying to figure out how to do it with the other screen
There we
in
go.
there. Boom. We got Rob's build. This thing's pretty sick. Freaking win. I think you can play the music probably to be all right.
Yeah, you can't hear no music. It's like windy.
Boom. We've showed this build off a couple times, but it's got a pretty sick windy build. I fucking love the brace, the honeycomb pattern.
I love the shag. I like the shag a lot.
Rob, you want to talk about it a little bit? So tell us about what's in it. It's like six U's and Assault 8K or something like that.
Yeah, we got 6 U15s, Assault on the Assault 8K at 0.7, a VFL 500.4 on 4 PRV 6.5s and 4 PRV tweeters. And Brand X 300 XL alternator, ISTA Fat Boy voltage regulator, Brand X lithium batteries, Sky High wire, fuse blocks. That's about all of it.
Here we go. I love the fur too. It just accentuates it.
Yeah, them ripples didn't come in the fur. The sound waves actually created all them ripples in the daggum fur.
And they just kind of input in there forever, huh?
Right. They stay there. I can wipe it and they'll go away, but as soon as you turn it back on, they go right back to where they was at.
Wow, that's pretty cool. It's almost like snow, you know what I mean? And yeah,
Right. And that's the Basehead twins. Them guys run. They have fun. They come back like 3 times.
Wow. Now I'm sure everyone in the chat and everyone watching wants to know what it do though at 20 hertz.
I do a 155.4. That's what I demo at 3,945 watts.
See, that's efficient. A lot of people, they're doing those kind of numbers and they're clamping twice that. So
Yep. I got 1 8K pushing 6 subs, and we clamped it at 39.45 at a 155.4. Now, I have had it on a meter, and it does reach up into 160s, but I want to be able to do 160s music, not 155.4. So I want it to be higher.
That's the thing about me and you, Rob, is we'll be at a show and be like demoing all day, be like 3/4 of the way through the day, and like, let's just go ahead and throw it on the meter after it's just good and it's smoking hot, Yeah.
I did it with 5 hours, and then I went and jumped on the meter.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, oh man, we only did a 54 or whatever. You're like, well, yeah, after freaking 6 hours of demos, yeah.
3 coils are gone, it makes sense. Yeah.
No, I've not had any failures, and he hasn't had any failures.
I have not had 0 failures. Well, and my batteries barely even move. I keep really good voltage.
I like your port you have there. Now, is that like curved or what do you got on there? Is that just a texture?
Well, Jake did that wherever he went.
We have to let Jake speak on that one. Jake built the box and the port and everything.
He just left. It looks like Casey's asleep.
Oh, okay. Well, no, it's actually cut out and then it's wrapped. It's 6 inches deep all the way around and braced.
They asking me questions?
Yeah, so talk about Rob's box.
Oh, what about it?
Just talk about it.
Oh, was
The
not
board,
fun.
the honeycomb.
Was not fun. Was not fun at all to build. It was a pain. Really. Honestly, it went together pretty quick, pretty easy.
It was the owner, right?
What now?
It was the owner, right? He was a pain.
Wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
How'd you guys come up with the honeycomb pattern?
He said it was different. And I was literally, when we were talking, I was sitting in a Burger King, and they had like a honeycomb pattern on the wall. I was like, oh, that'd be kind of cool for a brace. And legit sent him that photo.
He's like, do it.
I'm not even in town. I'm headed back from Panama City Beach, and I'm stopped in like Dothan or something, wherever that was.
That's badass. I really like that idea. It's unique.
Yeah, it looks sick when they were filming it.
And the paint came out cool too.
Oh,
that was an accident, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an accident. My wife was painting it, and it started running, and I said, well, go with it. So she did.
That was sick.
Here's another thing y'all probably don't know. I actually goofed up. You just would never know it. And, well, he probably knows it by now because the area to put that brace is like just wide enough to put the brace. It could have gave me a little bit more room.
It is exactly an inch and a half wide.
Yeah, it's.
You know what you could do?
Accident.
You could paint your shag yellow and call it Bumblebee. Boom.
Well, I can actually run yellow LED. My LEDs are turned yellow.
Yeah, it has dark spots.
It would have to be dyed because I don't think paint will work.
I want to do my lights the same way, the LED strip.
Go back to Joanne Fabrics, get some yellow, and then, you know what I mean? There we go.
Yeah.
Well, we have yellow LEDs in there, and we can turn the yellow LEDs, and the fur will turn yellow with the LEDs.
Right, perfect. With the white shag. Heck yeah, dude.
I think that's cool.
That's why I put them in there, because it turns. If you looked at some of the picture, Scott got the blue, where I turned it all blue.
Ooh.
I can turn it whatever color I want.
Yeah, I keep mine like on like a blue and purple, and it just looks. I just leave it on that all the time. I'm gonna do my interior like the same way that's stripped, because I have another button for the front lights that I had even labeled front lights, but the you can't see nothing but no interior light up front at night. You just like I'm turning the box light on. You get a little light in the front, you know. But
I got a little pen light on my keychain so I can see around.
yeah, that's the only downfall of yeeting all of your headliner and putting, going wood and stuff.
We could wrap it around like we did on my truck.
Yeah, exactly. That's the same thing like how Rob's is too. Yeah.
You got a picture of that blue inside my box with the honeycomb, Scott? That's it.
If not, I'm gonna pull it up. Let's see real quick, Rob.
See, that's fine.
It's to go on standing waves. I can't. Head.
Now you look like you're actually interacting with somebody instead of like.
Uh-oh, not me. There we go. Boom.
Yeah,
That's excellent.
And if you take and turn my yellow LEDs, all that white turns yellow.
That's
so I
awesome.
can do the honeybees. My wife's actually going to put some bees in there.
You got to do
Which
it.
ain't done yet.
Shit, don't put no bees in there.
Some like
Yeah, you just have them hanging in front of the port, and when it's going, it looks like they're flying around the hive.
Exactly.
Get out of the
what
truck.
we're gonna do.
You get out of the truck and you Bluetooth the 20 hertz tone. Yeah.
That'd be funny.
No, that would probably be really bad. That'd be some mad.
Yeah, they'll probably unravel.
That's good.
I think I have a video of getting a demo in your truck that was pretty sick.
Sure, you don't want it.
180p, yo.
Yeah.
See. It's probably 480 to 240p knowing YouTube after I'm on Facebook after you uploaded.
I do play from 11 up to about 45.
Oh, here we go.
You gotta try. You gotta do the woodchuck song. I've been meaning.
Yeah, I want to do that.
I want to do it too.
It's pinned to
How
the
much
group.
would a woodchuck chuck for woodchuck? Oh, so you actually got a demo of this, Scott. What's your opinion on it?
I love his truck. Even when it was the no wall setup, it was awesome. Now it's just wicked.
Nice.
Sounds good.
So you said,
He's semi-local to us. He's pretty local.
yeah. So that salt's wired at what 0.7? You got that on?
Yeah.
Nice. And you said 618s, correct?
Yes. I know 615.
615s. Okay, that's awesome, man. I mean, you're doing really good numbers with what you got on the power that you have, and like you said, you want that musical build. I think you already got that. If you could play down to 11 hertz, I'm sure you could play 20 to 30 very nice and up to the 40 range.
I mean, it's got two peaks. It peaks at 36 mostly.
We lost Scott. How did we lose Scott? That doesn't make sense.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Welcome to the Rolling Thunder, everyone. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm back. Yeah. Oh,
He had big screen for a second.
Yeah, I did.
He was
No, I hit the back button on my mouse and it shot me backwards in a website. I was like, oh crap. But yeah, dude,
Always hate when that happens.
Yeah, Rob's Bill's sick though.
Me and Rob went around the corner so I could get a demo and played a bunch of songs. I got him to play a couple of my demo songs. It smacks.
Yeah, I was shining his head.
I don't know if you saw it there or not. It was flicking my ear back and forth.
Oh yeah.
Gave me a good noggin polish.
Ear
It did.
Rob, your build should play up to like 70 if you turn the low pass up. Shouldn't have an issue up there.
I don't even know where it's set at. It's
What?
I can actually play up to. I can play up to 60 if I want to. It just don't sound as good.
That's what serial killers do. They play 40 hertz and above.
I would think bandwidth is pretty usable from like 25 to 70 is what I would think. But
I like 33 down. 33.
Man, everybody
you would just love my car then, because that's all I can play.
Good. I mean, I can play high notes and they're nasty in my truck, but like 24, 25, 26, 27, it's just like.
Are we ever going to get so low on the bass that we're just, man, I play 0 hertz?
Yeah, dude. I can
like 5. I play 5.
I mean,
I'm playing 1 hertz.
They're saying now if you don't demo 10 hertz, then like, are you even nothing? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Rob,
10 hertz.
Like I said, you can't hear it, but you can feel it.
that. Well, you hear
Put
mechanical
some bass
noise.
shake. Put the bass shakers in there, you'll be fine.
That's what Jake does. That's how Jake gets the port. Jake is like, here's the air volume.
No, I'm literally sitting here thinking about at 10 hertz, which is 10 cycles a second. The amp's damn near just flipping on in positive mode, flipping on in reverse, and the sub's just clink, clink, clink. It
like a full bridge all the time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just pull it. No.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
I know 4 hertz doesn't sound very healthy. You hear like this whoosh, 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 whoosh. What is that?
Well, you've seen the mechanical ones they have, right? It has the little piston arm that pushes
servo?
the sub in and out. The servo one,
Yeah.
they'll play down to 5 hertz.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
It's ridiculous.
I want to see somebody do stuff like a servo subwoofers is nothing new. Like it's been a design around for a very long time, but I want to see something do something with like crazy modern servo technology, trying to do a speaker with it, because you see a whole crap load of people doing. You see a whole lot of old servo stuff pop up, but nothing that's new stuff.
Well, yeah, they used them in theaters back in the day.
John Nolt? Maybe? He took a 5-rotor head off of a helicopter, like an RC helicopter, put blades on it, spun it up, and is using a nightshade motor to power it, and used the collective pitch on the head to have a rotary sub.
Wow.
We'll find a photo and I will send it to you later, Scott. But it played
rotary
way low.
Yeah. Aren't you supposed to put those in your basement of your house for like your surround sound or something like that?
It was in his vent.
Yeah, it's like insane. It's like your house is the enclosure. For
Pretty
your
nice.
Wow. Yeah. I've seen them do that on little conference speakers back in the day. They had the little cones that would spin around.
The turbine. Who was it?
Yeah.
Phoenix called Twister.
Yeah, Twister. Yeah. They say those things would like every once in a while like grenade though, and they would just like come apart.
You talking about
Flinging
the
stuff at your head.
back and forth,
Yeah.
Rob? The one that would like twist?
Yeah, it would spin around in circles as they were playing it.
Yeah, it was like.
Yeah, that thing was cool. That's back in the day, though.
A lot of high-end home audio setups have stuff built into the house, like in a different room, or like there's a whole like a space set up just for like a sub, you know.
Oh, dude, yeah. My grandfather's home remodeling company did a theater in a house, and like the first guest bedroom had like a notch out of the wall, and it was the subwoofer cabinet for the theater room firing into it.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I was like, that is freaking awesome.
That's insane.
It's a cyclone, it's not a Twister. Cyclone.
Cyclone. Yep.
That movie gave me like nightmares. Twister.
Yeah.
Oh, that's OG right there, man.
Yeah. Every story that came through, I was like, "This is it.
Yeah, we gonna die."
Light thunder.
Yeah.
Ah!
There's that Twister.
Whoa.
Oh, there she is.
Yeah. They said
Scott, I'm sending you a photo.
Yeah,
Twisted.
yeah, twisted.
Give him those.
Yeah, so you connect positive and negative to it. And that thing just freaking spins, to produce low frequency, like pretty much air volume coming out of it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, people put
That's a Dyson vacuum cleaner.
They were putting that in their cars, dude. Putting them in their cars.
That's crazy. Bass
That's
is just literally air going back and forth, and then how fast is what frequency, and that's all you really want to do.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Basically, it's a big ass air compressor.
Here we go. I found another picture. So look at it taken apart. Oh, can I go bigger on that?
Oh, would y'all look at that?
So the positive and negative speaker leads in pretty much just goes to an electric motor.
Wow.
Anyways, before we go on, delete that too much. Rob, what got you into car audio, buddy?
What got me into car audio? I don't know, man. I've been like this ever since I was born. My parents used to take me to concerts and live bands, and I would sit as a baby in the back. And as I grew up, I always liked to feel my music. So nothing's ever changed for me. I've always liked to feel my music. So I've had a system since I was 15 years old, and I'm 52 now. So that's how long I've been messing with car audio.
Goals.
Absolutely, dude. I've had some pretty nice ones, and I've lost so many pictures and so many trophies. Man, I used to have walls of this stuff. I held I don't know if any of y'all ever heard of Slack Show, but they used to have a competition with a group called Slack Show. And I held the record in this state for like 10 years.
Oh, wow.
I did a 151.3 with 2 10s in the trunk of a BMW 325i.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, but 2 10s. There was no one on, and I probably had 1,500 watts a piece going to them. Yep, back in the 80s.
You said that your mom said you've
loud
always
back
been a bass
then. That's even on an old meter. That's loud. You know what I mean? And 1,500 watts.
And that was on a decibel meter, not RPL.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So what was your first system you had in a car, and then what was the first?
It was a 1969 Mercury Montego with 2 15-inch house speakers and some Pioneers in the back and a cassette player, and had a Discman in the front seat.
Nice.
That was it back in the day.
So
they weren't Sherwin Vega by chance.
No, they were Pioneer.
Oh, okay.
Heck yeah, man. So as far as like a 12-volt car audio purchase, though, do you remember the first you went and bought new or no?
Yeah, all of it was new except for the speakers. But
no, I'm saying like a car audio purchase, like where we're not doing home audio in the car, like where we all started with.
Yeah, I know, right? The first thing I bought was my Mazda B2200 with some black MTX I think they were black golds subs behind the seat.
Mm-hmm.
2 10s. That was the first real amplifier setup I ever had was MTX.
Oh, nice. I was talking to Casey about that the other night. I've never owned any MTX audio before. Never have.
Yeah, and I had MB Corps in the doors and components, and then them 2 10s behind the seat, and it sounded great.
When this thing dies on the podcast, they're going to get a show.
Oh, I had a Majestic amp pushing it. How about that?
Oh, nice. Majestic. There's a guy that in a shop, like it's not even a car audio shop, like a random hole in the wall place. He has a Majestic car audio sign on his wall, and I'm like, he won't come off of it though.
Yeah, I know. I used to run a lot of Majestic audio. I didn't have a problem with them.
Heck yeah. Nice.
You know, my biggest system I ever had was 6 15s and a minivan. It was pretty amazing.
What was it consist of?
It was Pile Pro, believe it or not. 6 15s. It was back in the old days now, in the 80s, and that's when they actually was something.
The Pile was trying to be competitive for a very long time.
Yeah, before they sold out to the Chinese market and they went to garbage, they actually were pretty decent subs.
That's great.
It just kind of fell apart and went away after that. I just went down from 6 to 4 and 2, and I said, well, screw it.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
I was trying to find. I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you
You know,
off.
companies like that, you know, Pile and Boss has been around for a long time too, and it's like their products. They kind of just they went the easy way out, I guess, in a sense. And hey, who knows? Maybe they just gave up and they just rather take the easy money and sell Chinese cheap amps where people like to buy them because big numbers means it's louder, right?
Quantity over quality.
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix Gold did the same thing. Alpha Sonic, they all started selling out. They all really did. I mean, I've got some old school Alpha Sonic amps. I got 3 of them. I still have them, and they were great back in the day. They're older amps, but all this new stuff is garbage.
I think Phoenix Gold. I think they, if I remember correctly, they have like a new line that's like a starting to go back to higher quality. But yeah, Alpha. Even when my dad was the Rockford distributor, and in 2006, it was still even they offered Alpha Sonic, and it was already kind of like, this ain't what it used to be. You know what I mean? Because like I remember they threw a temporary Alpha Sonic to like 210 in like a prefab, like their loaded box, with an Alpha Sonic amp and a CRX that was like while they were piecing together a Solo Barrick 18 swap into it. I think we talked about it, the guy come and comment on one podcast, but any rate, they threw that in there and they were like not impressed. And a CRX, it does not take much to get loud or sound musical at all either.
Right. I had a couple of girls on CRX.
I've had like literally 12 CRXs. I've never had anything more than like a single 8 or a single 10 in any of them. And now like thoroughly regret. I have a CRX tattoo. And I'm like, now I need a CRX with bass. Okay. But my Civic's close enough.
Well, I had that one CRX with a Stroman Vega stroker in it back, but that thing was just nasty. It was too much for that car, man. It felt like it was going to fold it in half.
Joe, do you have any nasty, any kind of cooler builds in the 90s yourself or no?
When I had the 4 Infinity Kappa 12s, that was pretty mean. It was really loud in the 90s.
What are you pointing at now, Reddit?
Heck yeah.
My first amp ever was an MTX Thunder Elite. Like change colors and stuff. It was sick. You could pick a color you wanted it to be on, or you could have it change through the colors.
Oh wow!
Alpine Top Bar, S10 Blazer.
Hey, S10 Squad.
My first, I had a Rockford Punch 45, and then I had it for so long, and I didn't ever have the Molex plug for it. And then one day I figured out, like with a crappy computer power supply laying around, that the computer power supply had a Molex plug on it. So I lopped it off with the computer power supply, and then there's their speaker leads. Then it just blew my freaking mind that I had a working amplifier after that. I had it for so long, and I had computer stuff laying around without realizing 2 and 2 that it was the same plug on them. But we're talking about like late 90s, though. I mean, like it was like Windows 95, 98 era, but yeah.
You got mail.
Well, I got one more other build I'm fixing to start on here. Probably in the next year. It all depends on if I get transmission stuff in the truck. But I got an 89 Blazer square body out here that I'm fixing to tear down and do something with.
Dude, I'm a square body nut. I got a bunch of square body stuff, by the way. But yeah, I freaking love some square bodies.
Oh yeah, it's OS 10 square body on Blazer. So I'm gonna tear it down, put something in it.
Heck yeah, it'd be a big sundown build.
Like every time, I was like, "Are you sure?"
I think my son and me want to do a budget build on it. We're gonna do something. Remember I was telling you about it? We want to do something, a bunch of cheap stuff in it, and see if we can't make it loud.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
I know.
Hey, we can either do that. We can do a wall of DS18 stuff.
That's what I'm screaming.
Go with the boss. You got to go with the boss. Come on, man.
I don't know.
Everybody wants to hate on them, but they sell so much to the entire world.
It's because they're on Wish and everything, man. For $23.99 free shipping.
That's it. $23.99.
That's the business model they're working on.
Yeah. The
2012s.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cone space.
There's a lot of cone area.
It would look stupid.
And it would not take a lot of power to get them all moving either.
Nope.
I would probably I'm down for doing the big wall of the cheap sub build, but I'm still wanting to spend the money on a quality amplifier on them.
Yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
Because you can do a large amp, a large single amp on a freaking array. You know, like for instance, like the Salt 20K. I bet you I could do a freaking compound wall of of like Boss 12s. Okay, like it would find some crazy series parallel wiring option for it.
It's always
It'd be awesome.
Real quality sub though. You know, you get a lot of motor force.
Yeah.
You get more with less, sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
He'll be efficient as
Zone
heck.
area motor force. Pick your
Yeah,
battle.
tear amp or something on them just to be stupid.
That's it.
Base 15K, base
Set your
12
car on
gauge.
fire with a
There you go.
tear amp. You'll be fine.
It's a
no
fireworks. It's a fireworks show. It could come from the voice coil. You never know.
Realistically,
Yeah,
An RMS amp on it. It'll probably do them as a 50. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, it might demo all day. It might be fine. It
Yeah,
might be
right.
great.
right.
wire it down to like 0 ohms.
Well, yeah, dead short. The,
0.001. You'll be fine.
Yeah, there you go.
If there's no ohms, if there's no impedance, isn't it blown?
Yeah.
You can wire down to 0, isn't it? It's blown, right? It's not
Well,
gonna
dead
It's just not there.
Pop the wire 0.000000001.
one.
The amp says, "I see nothing."
it's unlimited power at that point. Yeah.
Right.
Just,
You never know though. It might be awesome, and you just don't play rebased music, and it just plays regular rap music and stuff like that. Just hammers it.
Oh yeah, a milli.
Got your new song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, throw it up from Little John.
40 hertz.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one thing you think about too. A lot of the older builds, like they weren't playing 20 hertz, anything like
No.
that. Yeah, exactly.
40s.
Yeah.
In the 40s and 50s.
You don't have to play rebased music if you have something that's tuned in that area that plays that well. You know what I mean? Like we're jaded by because we want to play 25 hertz, 30 hertz, stuff like that, and with authority. So it's a completely different build. Yeah, completely different thing. And what if it does like a 55 at like 60 hertz, and you're like just not even comfortable? Maybe a 60.
I'll let you hear it.
Make your teeth hurt.
And if you blow a woofer, you just pull it out and throw it right in the garbage can. Just
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to recone it. What do you mean, man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what the cost for a recone for Boss soft parts is.
80 cents.
$7.
Probably.
New one, man. On shipping.
No, you just order as many drivers as you have. You just recone them all at once every time. That'd be a
You
sin.
do know that Boss made an actual 2500, right? It's called the Boss Onyx 5500.
Yeah, they called it a 55. That's where they got me. No,
Well, yeah, I mean, Kicker puts max ratings on stuff too.
not anymore.
They used
Nuh-uh. They used to.
Okay.
New year, new them, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Last time I bought a Kicker product was probably like 3 years ago when I ran a shop. So
Well,
Yeah, they're going to have dynamic power listed as their peak rating, which is actually the dynamic number on the 81. So that's what they're changing up to instead of the peak power that's just double the RMS. So I think they're veering from that just because of how social media present they are and talking to us base heads, and I just feel like they just want to switch things up. Honestly, it's just they've always had that listing of the peak rating just on the budget stuff, where people are looking at peak ratings and it means something to them compared to us.
Sure.
Oh,
And
that
that makes a
max
difference
power.
too.
that's
Yeah.
horsepower.
Oh, for sure. You taking to the average person, they say, if you label it, it might be a 50-watt RMS speaker, but if you label 150 watts on the box, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, value, this is killing it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, 150 watts max.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're
Let's
like,
double it.
Yeah. With a super friggin' sharp crossover at like 150 hertz or something like that.
Yeah.
That
Negative 30,
might
60.
as well be a mid bass.
This amp is rated half of a kilowatt.
No, for
my
instance,
God,
I have a
What?
dude. Jake likes horsepower ratings. I think the horsepower rating.
743 or something like that. 743. Yeah.
What was it?
Your 1500 watt amp would now be a 2 horsepower amp. Like 2 horsepower is cooler
Yeah.
than oh man, it's a 1500 watt amp. If you say 2 horsepower,
It's a 1.5
That's
kilowatt.
crazy.
Yeah. Woo.
It comes with a flex capacitor in the back corner.
Yeah, and Joe's got a freaking home generator at that point. Then.
it's 1.1
Yeah.
Right. Right. My 4 alternators aren't enough. Right.
Yeah. Well, think about it. What if you could just do, your truck's 4-wheel drive, isn't it? I think your truck's 4-wheel, isn't it? Or no? Casey's is 4-wheel drive.
Mine's 4-wheel drive, yeah.
You'll just put knobbies back on them, okay? Then you hook up a huge ass inverter to your battery back, and y'all can just do the off-road life. You have a full. You can power. refrigerators off that, all kinds of stuff. AC
But not
units.
enough lithium to run it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So my old tool truck had two home like the camper roof AC units and all that stuff, powered all the lights off like 90 amp generator and like a freaking AGM battery bank. So like if that can run it, for sure, multiple alternators and lithium for sure can power that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I've used my 4-wheel drive twice. Once when I first bought it to see if it worked, and the second time was to get through Jake's yard for low.
I'm literally just now realizing his truck is 4-wheel drive. I was like, damn, it went up through the yard easy that day. It was sloppy wet.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Hi-Fi says Harrison Labs did horsepower ratings.
Oh my god.
So Rob came to help with my build, and the sky fell out. And we went to Home Depot to warranty one of his jigsaws, like in Milwaukee.
I wish I would just let y'all stay. We did all of the work with the Sawzall while y'all were gone.
We got stuck behind the
train. I was like, why did I even send up? I remember what it was. I stayed up on
the train we ran into 3 times was ridiculous.
Man, not my pig, not my farm. I don't run CSX and Norfolk Southern. I can't control the train.
We waited for the train to pass, and we're like, okay, sweet. So we go out, turn right, and then in the GPS is like, take a right. And then we have to wait for the same train to pass. It was the same thing.
Same dang train.
3 times, dude.
You never said it was the same train.
It was a 2.5 hour trip to Home Depot.
It was the same exact train, and then it stormed like crazy.
I didn't know it was the same train. That makes it a hell of a lot funnier.
Because Jake lives like next to is it a power company or power plant or something?
I live
like that?
out next to
right.
Yeah, not only that, in the boonies. Okay, so there's literally like cow pasture like right next to his thing.
You walk outside, you'll be lucky to hear a car in an hour. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. One day maybe. I don't know. When I get rich and old.
Closest fast food restaurant.
I like people, but not that much. I like my space when I'm at home. I want land too, man. Especially for what we do. We're so loud, we can't have people too close.
Well, I still got people coming on the law on me. Like I was telling you on pre.
Andy doesn't show it, but like Caleb makes this. He's in a closet right now, and that's like where he's confined to.
Wait, that's a closet, bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. That's where the walls stop.
Wall right there. Yep.
What? Bro, that's a big ass closet, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, the first night we cranked mine up, I played it for 19 seconds. Knocked pictures off the walls in the house, and I pissed a neighbor off across the street and woke up her kid. It's 7 o'clock.
You jerk.
I know. 19 seconds is all it took.
Right. People sleep at 6 p.m.
Yeah, man. You're so inconsiderate.
I replaced it today, but Joe had to get his oxygen sensors changed on his truck. And so we went to a good customer shop of mine and had them replaced. And so when I gave like 2 demos to 2 of the techs before we left. When we got back, I'm like, you thought mine was loud. You should hear this one. So we were like literally in front of the shop, like at close, and giving demos. Knocked the freaking glass clock off the wall in the lobby. It was one time. And,
is this the second time?
That's the first time, yeah. It wasn't not that long. It was only like 2 weeks ago or whatever. But yeah, I gave him a new clock today. But
I pull up to the local car radio place here, and I knock the stuff off the pegboard inside the building and get all ticked off at me when I pull up.
Oh, dude, that's every time I've upgraded my audio system, I just drive to all my car audio shops and just establish dominance. Okay, I'm like, you want to demo this thing? Yeah.
I gotta know. Am I the only person that has done this? Have you ever seen an audio shop? You're out of town. I'm gonna be that guy. Pull in there. Hey man, I just bought this car. What do you think all this stuff's worth?
What it's worth? Yeah, no.
Everybody not done that. Like I do that all the time.
I should pull up in my truck. Like, I just bought this Excursion. Can you guys? I need to tune these. Is this amp right?
You take it all out. I didn't want this. The guy said he wasn't taking it out. Though.
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah. I got a great deal.
Yeah, they'd shit themselves. They look at Joe.
Bro, I did that with my walled-off CRV at a local shop, and they're like,
just pull up and be like, I'm not getting enough bass. Do you think you guys can give me some more bass?
Can you turn the gain up?
I remember going to a pawn shop. This was
Rob's trying to talk, yeah.
Oh,
I think I know I've got one. I think I'm going to try to make the TDH in Virginia, and I know I'm going to the Seaport show. I think those are the next 2
I think
that I'm thinking about.
Seaport? I've never even heard of that.
Seaport show.
Where's that?
That's in Savannah.
Oh, I've never heard of that show.
I think this is the second season. The first one was pretty good. Derek from Sundown was there. Jacob Viral, Parker DeSalsa was there. It was a pretty good turnout, and this year it should be even bigger.
Heck yeah.
It was a really good show.
Is that the one you sent me the information on, or no?
I think I'll send it to you.
I think you did. You sent me the one.
I'll put it on the group.
But yeah, we're doing another group now. We're doing Blurred Vision. It's pretty sick. Rob's leading that stuff. It's kind of like local basehead guys, or it can be outreach too, but just cool people kicking in. Gonna be going to show stuff. Yeah, it's pretty sick. I guess is it Rob came up with it? I guess, or him and Casey.
My wife actually came up with Team Blurred Vision, and I think it's a great idea because that's our end goal is to blur everybody's vision.
Heck yeah, it'll do it.
Gotta love that when you're driving down the street and you're looking at either Christmas lights or just one thing in particular, and it's just vibrating, or you're looking at wheels on a car going and they're spinning and they stop with the certain bass notes and stuff. Man, that's the best part, man.
I can't even ride down the road no more. I have to turn mine all the way, turn it down because if I ride with it on, I can't see nothing.
Yeah,
vibrate my head.
Yeah, especially being that loud, that 160 threshold. That's tough, man.
Me and Scott were on the way to Joe's one time, and he's like beating down the block in front of me. We're on like 92 and Bells Ferry intersection. And this guy beside him's like shaking his head. So then I'm turning mine up, and I got a flag in my window, and Scott's got his full tilt. Dude, I'm surprised we're not still in jail.
Yeah, every time we go base everywhere, Casey's like, we're going to jail. We're going to jail.
Convoy bases is the most disrespectful thing ever, and I absolutely love it.
Downtown.
I did that the other night. We were at the Braves at the stadium or whatever, and I was in like the little square leaving or whatever, and I was like full tilt AF, and they're all like just rocking out and traffic stuff. And I went around a turn, it was like a copper roadblock, and I was like, "Whoa, real quick, turn it down." I'm like, yeah.
Turn off the lights too.
Yeah, I did.
Everything.
Yeah,
hold the windows up.
Yeah, it is not the truck with the big sundown. Leo goes, I was not making noise.
My favorite thing is pulling up to a stoplight and somebody going,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so loud.
There's always the group of people that are either like, yeah, and the other people are just pissed.
That's the old ladies that zip past you trying to get away from you.
Dude, I had this lady in the Jeep, like a car diagonally in front of me, and the lady in the Jeep driver's seat was covering her ears. And I was like, it can't be that loud in your car, man. Lady. Like, come on.
It's pretty loud. I was sitting next to Trevor's build, and he was like 5 cars in front, and I could hear it like it was a good solid 12 or 15 in the truck.
When Joe comes over to the house,
the neighbors went to the subtle roll up. When you're bumping, you're a light, and they try to like inch up to get away from the base, and it's like, where are you going?
So funny. It's like,
yeah, I'm like, all you're doing
is
away.
Yeah,
are you gonna get a foot away from me? Like that's gonna make any difference at all?
Right.
Thank you,
bro. It makes me smile. I'm telling you, dude. It's so funny. It's like.
Dude, I was next to a truck on 75, like in real slow traffic, and it was making his door like flex the other day, and I was like, yeah.
That's my favorite. Me. I had a guy pull up beside me in a Camaro, and I was watching his roof ripple.
Yeah.
He was pissed.
Yeah, he was mad.
This is a 96 Camaro. How dare you?
Oh, he hauled ass too, man. He didn't want to be nowhere near me.
Like a MARTA bus. Have you based next to a MARTA bus? Dude, the whole glass does this.
Yeah.
I swear to bro, I was basing in the whole glass. You can just see it doing this.
What ripple? Yeah. It's great.
I'm like, yeah, finally left.
Yeah. I'm a man. I like women. Like,
bro, dude, people on the bus were not having it. I don't know why, man. We were inside 285, man. Like,
Jake's like, hello, other high school kids.
hey.
Oh, yeah. I love getting behind school buses. That can really.
Dude, school buses love it.
Glass with their faces against the windows looking at you.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Floating stuff at the window, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, floating in traffic is the best.
They're like,
what? So when we were done with Sundown, we circled around. Or wait, was it Sundown? What was on the track?
Yeah, Sundown.
Sundown.
Right.
As I was driving out, just driving a little slow, It's the best.
Y'all, did they have a funeral when they were over there this time?
Or what?
The track is right next to a funeral, and
No.
every other
No,
year, like they'll stop everybody and put a cease on all the bass for like an hour.
No, they didn't do that this last time.
That's all they get is an hour.
Yeah, they were nice and put Casey behind me.
The last 2 times I went, they had a funeral.
Wow. Yeah, they put Casey behind me at the last Sundown show.
We've got to figure out how to be together, but not because like we just interfere with each other. It's all we do. We just like give cancellation to each other's vehicles. All we do.
Play the same song at the exact same time.
Scott gets mad when you play next to him and you can't hear his own bass.
No, I'm loud now. Don't you say that.
Who's laughing because
you don't even have any bass right now, butthead.
Try demoing beside the kicker team. My first year going slam, they're going ham. I'm parked beside them. It was done raining, so everyone's back out. They're giving demos. I'm giving out demos. And my mirror is shaking almost as much from my system as it was from theirs. It was like 20 feet away.
Right.
Insane. It's like, man, you could just go over there and listen to that one. I felt bad, but you know what? It made me want to get louder. So
yeah.
At my funeral, I want everybody to roll in hot.
bro, if there ain't coil smoke at the funeral, man, like, what are we doing, bro? Bro,
Casey, I will send a subwoofer on your funeral, bro. I'm gonna literally sit there and blow one.
My funeral better smell like coils and flowers.
Yeah, dude. I will nuke a sub on Candy's funeral. Just freaking sit there, just full tilt until it
bro,
dies.
Full tilt till it melts down.
Yeah. Catastrophic failure.
Right there. We're flipping like hell,
Just like me, it'll last for probably about 15 seconds and it's done. Just we're ready to go inside.
It's got on a Tuesday.
Jake, bring the potatoes.
Well, see, when Casey was behind me, we didn't have that problem because we took turns demo, and I'd demo some, and he would demo some, and we wouldn't cancel each other out. But the only person that got me was the guy in the green truck with all the door speakers that parked in front of us.
I got an idea.
Concert.
That thing was loud.
I got a badass idea. You know what a FM modulator is, right?
We all play the same song.
About it, yep.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I'll play the exact same song on like a 200-watt FM modulator. I'll amp it.
Yeah,
You come along and do it, Jake. You be our FM modulator guy.
I got a guy that said he could make me a 200-watt FM modulator. The whole reason
That'd
I
be
even
cool.
know my dad
Now,
said,
guys, don't forget to set your gain for the FM radio.
yeah.
Don't forget.
Like,
All right.
I have a clip lied.
everyone on the
Now.
same playlist, it would be perfect.
Hell yeah.
My dad has a 200-watt FM.
Oh, God, you know how many people we piss off, all of us playing the same thing at the same time?
It'd be
I'm
awesome.
in.
Holy crap.
I'm in. Count me in.
I'm
be
down
loud.
too. That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
Just make a nasty low per playlist. Casey, you can't do it, but
Imagine being in traffic on whatever station is like a hot station and just owning that station on your playlist.
I think there's legal things on that. I think actually.
The FCC would not like it. And they don't.
Yeah, I think they would not like that.
Just play it through your Sirius XM. You'll be fine.
He'll have a big satellite in his yard. Next thing you know what I mean?
No, like
He already
dad
walks around with a freaking moon
had
cap
a
on.
modulator on his boat. Like everybody in the arena, like I think it's 103.8 or something. If they tune it or 103.7 or something, they tune it in. They can play his playlist.
Yeah, you don't tell nobody, though. You want all of us to play the same thing. We ain't studying nobody else.
It's like wide. So like if you pick a station, imagine being. Is this
Everybody.
like, I'm just like it's like wide. Use my hand.
Yeah, many people.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Scott.
No, I was just bullshit anyway. What's up?
I was going to ask Rob a question. So you said you got into car audio when you were 15. What made you get into car audio? Were you into home audio first, like a lot of us, or how did it all start?
Yeah, I had a pretty nice system in the house, and then I just graduated when I turned 15 and was able to drive.
Right.
I'm not at home no more. I'm in the streets. I might as well have a system in the car. Yeah. That's where I had all my music.
I feel like we all kind of transit from that to that because it's the next big step, bigger than home audio. My I feel like, in terms of, just bass, at least for the beginner steps of like how we all just try to have more bass in our system, and then we worry about the rest down the road.
I like to feel it. If I can feel it, then I love it.
Right.
I don't care what it sounds. Sometimes you just don't care what it sounds like, especially when you're coming up. And back then, the equipment wasn't all that great. But, it got there. But you want to. I wanted to feel it. I want to feel it in here.
Right.
And now I definitely feel it in here, and here, and here, and here.
Yeah, all over the place.
Pretty much. And then everybody else gets to feel it too, just for shits and grins.
I enjoy it. I think we all love music, and and I think it starts out. Luckily we were young enough where we had internet and forums. It was really still big in forums when I first got into car audio. But I remember being young and watching speaker. My dad did audio, and so I grew up with that part of it. And then watching speaker excursion videos and stuff like that, and plugging up car speakers in my home amps, not knowing why they're blowing because I'm throwing a forum load on them and all that stuff. I think we also kind of did the home thing in the cars.
Yeah. And I decided to get back into it. Hell, I got out of it for years. And I said, you know what? I can do this again. Let's do this. Head first right into it.
Mr. B, I'm live. You want to?
It's much better as we get older because the budget is nicer.
Right. I started off my new build with a 415s and that lay down 6, and I was doing 151 3s.
Okay.
With a no wall.
Go see mommy.
Heck yeah. We took in, dude, even your no wall build was nasty, man. And that boat was like a crazy box. I was trying to find pictures of it. I couldn't come up with anything. But
I have stuff from Jacob Viral. He did one long video. He's done several of mine. He did one here recently that was really long.
Heck yeah. So you guys think we're going to I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're good. So I get around.
Hope of getting attention from the females is a big motivator. But yeah, exactly. Same thing. That's how Casey got Caitlin is the stereo,
What? Hold on. This is a good what?
Yeah, she's like, that's what she always remembered about me in high school was the system. I'm like, oh, cool. That's my personality. That's great.
Yeah, that's
the woman over with the system. Yeah. I'm gonna have to give her a high five next time I see her. I'm gonna be like,
we're at Slamology and we're like,
you're a cool chick.
We couldn't find her, and she's like getting demos, like random people's cars and shit.
That's
she was like in the back of Jordan's box at one point, like screwed us up back in.
Yeah.
Like you see her ass hanging out, like she's like into a box, like she with the drill.
You come back and I'm gonna go look around. She's like, yeah, I demoed that one, and that one, and that one. And you're like, oh fuck yeah, what am I gonna go do now?
Hey Joe, I think your sub's clipping there, buddy. Got a little bit of smoke there.
I can't smoke a cigar without getting super sick. Because I inhale it.
I'm sorry. That's too bad.
I feel like whenever you get older, it's just a different type of fun as you do it because you learn more and you know more, so you can do more stuff.
And it sounds better and it's louder.
Yeah. My thing is,
so
do y'all rather run and do chasing numbers, or do y'all like to do demos? Because my whole thing is I love doing demos. I like to make people happy, and we all like to have fun.
Yeah,
I don't have fun when I chase numbers.
I like to see what it meters every once in a while, but I'm the same way demos. I think Joe did the same thing, demos.
Yeah, just demos too. Yeah.
I mean, I don't have any fun.
But it has to do a 60 and 20.
Here's my.
I mean, you sit in line for hours on end, and you miss all the people coming by to check your stuff out because you're over sitting in line, not wanting to play your stuff before you go do a burp run.
True.
I mean, you just don't have any fun doing that.
You get up there and you're like,
I break enough shit as it is. I don't need to worry about going to the meter.
Record. Shit.
There you go.
If you're going to compete, you got to compete, and like you said, you can't be giving demos. You can't be, getting your subs hot. It's going to change your box rise and impedance rise, and it's going to lower your electrical, or your alternator is going to get hot. It's going to change variables. That's the thing. You run the lane and then you can demo. But then can you demo very well if you do have an actual really good, efficient SPL vehicle that's, doing well? But that's not
my whole opinion is like everybody that goes up to a show and just meters first and then demos all afternoon, the number's not that drastically different.
No.
First metered score and the ending score at the end of the day with depleted batteries
Sometimes
and
mine was
alternators
better.
that are about ready to catch on fire. Like it's not that big of a difference.
Mine was actually better sometimes on like the lower frequencies. 'Cause I don't think when I was metering the sundowns are really broken in. So I play them
right. Whenever you heat stuff up, it's just going to flex more. You know,
one hand, half a dozen in the other. Though, if you think about it, if it's a cold day and you stretch your subs out before you put some heat in the spiders before you meter, like wouldn't it be louder even though you're down on power?
Right.
Potentially down on power, you're up in flexibility. You change the VS specs just a little bit. It's not stiff. The VAS just dropped.
Right. I had a problem with that one time when I competed in Park and Pound 1 last year for states. Whenever I practiced, I'm sitting there, I'm trying different scores. I'm seeing where I can have the power at. So my electrical's dropping and my amplifier's getting warm and, stuff like that. And so are the speakers. So then I go to Mecca literally the day, and I didn't play on the way, don't demo, go to the lane. I go there and I bust, because my power was so much higher because my subs weren't moving and my score wasn't right, And then later, as I go along the day, after I already competed, I already had my score, I'm like, hey, let me try something. After I gave out some demos, there was my number again. So you are right on that, 100%. But I got third place, so I wasn't too upset. At least I got a trophy.
See, the thing about competing is yes, it's fun, but build the build just straight to compete. Or just give demos.
How is there competing world finals every month?
Well, it's just like Joe. He's loud. I'm loud. Casey's loud. Scott's loud. If you're loud, what's the point? You're like, whatever.
Can we build a demo meter?
And Andy, you're in there too, sir.
Would that be better?
I've been really wanting a 160 build. It's 160 or bust. There's no and, if, nors, buts. My goal was the 150. I got it. Single sub under 2K. Happy with it.
That's awesome.
But I want more. I want
160 is what a 150 used to.
Maybe a 50.
Right. If you're doing 160 now, people are like, okay, you're loud. If you're doing 150, it's like, bro, I can do that on Walmart subs.
Yeah.
I feel like the louder I got, the less I cared about chasing numbers. Ask Casey, when I first started and I was doing it, I was like, I'd go burp the truck, then we'd park it and go walk around a long time, and then come back. And me and Casey would play a couple songs. I might give a demo or two and be happy about it, But now I'm like, I just want to just park and just, as soon as I get there, throw it in park, open the doors, open the hood, and just, rock.
Bang. Just bang.
That's back when I was like, I hope I hit that 140, Casey.
I hate when you make a demo vehicle and then people say, oh, well, what's it do on the meter? It's not loud. That's why you don't meter it, because it's a demo build. And it's like, come on, man.
How long have you played today? I'm sorry. I heard you give 2 people a demo, cut it off, let it cool, put fans on it and everything.
Yeah.
Right.
It out one time, get that score, and be like, this is what it did. Did a 61 at 24. And you're like, whoa. And then you're like, here's a demo. I'll never do that again. When I did that score, too, I thought the subs were going to come out of the box. It made a really strange sound. It was 61 at 24 hertz. They were like that.
That made me cringe. Just
that was a good sound. That's almost what it sounds like.
That's cringy.
It did 14, almost 15,000 watts at 2.6 ohms from Assault 12, and I thought I wrinkled a cone, but I didn't.
I don't know what the
Those are just those sundown surrounds, man. To get used to.
Yeah, they wrinkle. Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I don't know what that sound was. It's crazy.
Can we make
a all 12K? How great it is.
Score though, think about this. All right, who plays with their windows up and their head on their windshield?
Jake does. This is Jake when I got in my truck. Jake's like unbuckles. He's like,
I literally stuck my head up there just to see what it should score. I was like, it's a little louder up there. All right. Maybe it is doing the 56. That's literally the only reason I up there. But legit, what if we just standardize both windows down, left or right headset?
You could do that. That would be something cool. I feel
that's where mine's windiest is on the sides of the freaking headset.
Yeah, right. It's where your fucking where your head's sitting.
That's why I like the headrest.
That's why I like Mecca better than any of them.
That's why, I do headrest score.
Because you think about it, whenever you're doing mostly Mecca headrest, you're outlaw, can't even say outlaw tech, or I mean it is outlaw, but you have one door open, and then you have the meter on the closed side. 9 chances out of 10, So whenever you're giving someone the pressure seat, what do? Same situation.
Same situation. I'll give that to you.
I think I'm close to a 60 in the back seat of my truck.
Oh, it's got to be close to a 60.
Scott's gonna be reaching back like this. Going,
Yeah. Dude, I bet.
I wasn't gonna tap. I was gravy. It felt great. Yeah, see.
I was playing 25 hertz though. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, that and 45 are two different things.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear the vocals in the seat though?
I love the low frequency when it's loud because it's weird. It's like it doesn't really hurt your chest so much. It's more like you just feel this pressure on your eardrum and you don't know where it's coming from.
You're not allowed to your ears flap. Let's just call it what it is.
You got that one going. Ear flapping.
Ear flap.
Yeah, demo dominant is pretty.
That's like the same people are saying, well, you ain't loud if your mirror didn't fall off. And it's like, well, it depends what kind of ear, what kind of mirror. It really it makes a difference.
My Yukon fell off in about 5 seconds after 2 bass burps.
Dude, mine was like 142 dB and the whole roof was falling out of the truck. Okay, it wasn't even that loud and the truck was falling apart.
All right. I'll put that other 8K.
That's why.
I got to throw that other 8K on mine and see what it'll do. I bet I'll do 165.
It'd be sick.
It'll be right there.
Number.
You'll be calling me next week wanting to know why the MDF decided to
The grenade.
eat itself. But it's all right. Hey, when that happens, just make sure to call me.
What's going to eat itself?
On that.
My foot?
No, I'm just saying, don't pull a Scott whenever you throw that other 8K on there.
I was going to say, how did you design it? What kind of power input did you plan for
Yeah,
that?
I said, hey, man, are you going to go up in power? No, probably not. I said, it's not really going to wake up till you put 2 on it. Nah, I'm probably going to stay where it's at. Kind of did what Scott did. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to not overbuild it. I'm going to build it for what you got.
Mine's going to come apart so fast.
Yeah, it's a big barrel
It comes apart. I swear. I'm not even capping. Like, I'm going to be hard pressed if yours comes apart.
Dude,
I'm going to be hella pressed.
Me and Rob were talking yesterday, and I went to Home Depot to get these screws he's talking about because he keeps breaking spec screws. And I was looking, I'm like, how many screws do I need? You know how many freaking screws hold in the ST18 Pride?
4 times 4?
24.
Per sub.
24 per sub.
No,
bro.
wait.
Pull
Did
up
they
a
do
picture.
8? Did they do 8?
Pull up a picture.
Did they do 8 and 8?
No,
It's
like,
3. It's 3 per lobe on it. It's 24 screws.
It's okay. These got 16 here.
A Pride ST4 is also a mobility. It's a mobility scooter.
12. Maybe it is 12.
More
ST18.
power than a 50cc scooter is what you're saying.
dude, what kind of motor
That's
for it?
nuts.
I'm scared,
Man,
dude.
Everybody wants to talk about BL like it's the end all BL, but BL is just motor force and the length of coil in the gap. Like, come on.
Right. And it depends where they measure it at. How much percent of the gap is, the coil still in.
Yeah. Oh, man, like Sundown, oh, man, we got 38 millimeters of X-Max at 70% BL. That means that they're measuring the X-Max with 70% of the coil still in the gap. So 30% started leaving the gap.
ST18.
Right.
Bro, that's not no freak.
Look
Bro,
at
that's
that's not
not
ST18.
24.
That's not
Yeah,
it.
it is. We counted them.
Look up at Pride
1,
ST.
2, 3, 4 times
That's what
4.
I
It's
did.
16, right? Or
ST18.
there might be
Right
3
there.
times 8.
Right there.
What is
24.
that?
3 times 8 is
24.
It's 36.
Well, you know what? Good thing I'm not.
4, 8, 12, 16.
I say 48. I say 48.
1, 2, 4, 8, 12, 16.
No, click on the one on the right, Scott.
This
No,
one?
it's the one that's got 3 holes, not the 2. That's not it.
That one. Nope. Back.
I'll be right back. My dogs are going
Right
ham.
there.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
That's
ST18.
it. Count them.
4 of those.
24.
Sub.
They're like, we're going to make sure you do not have baffle flex because they're going to read.
Right.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's mean.
Wild, bro. Super wild.
What's that weigh?
They don't care about the centers, though.
They're like 150 pounds.
Yeah, I mean,
And they got that high rib surround too, so they get, they max out that cone area.
Are you inverting it or flush mount?
They're going to be inverted. I have no, dude. If I flush pound, they'll never come back into the box.
Now that says 1,100 pounds? How much is that U.S. dollar?
They retail 1,800.
Woo!
But man, look at that thing.
It's a nice woofer. You know what's that? Triple stacked, 4-inch coil, quad layer spider. What do you got there?
They have 5,000 RMS, 4-inch coil.
Golly.
I'm putting a 7,500 per sub.
Yeah, you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
I'm getting a little nervous. But also excited.
Yeah.
No, they're not like super accurate. I don't know where the
I don't know where the guy gets his numbers from, but that's crazy. I feel like TS specs can vary a little bit unless the company does a shit ton of R&D, you know, and they're breaking in all kind of woofers to see if they're, because every TS spec you see is an average of the woofers that they test. It's not just one. So
I wonder how long it takes to break.
I've seen so many of them builds with them subs in there that just break everything. Every time they play it, they blow out windows and flex the whole car apart. I mean, the motor force on them is ridiculous.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a scary amount of motor force.
It's because they tune it to like 19 hertz, put it in a huge box, lots of power, big port, and it just.
They're in
Hey, Casey, that's right up your alley.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's what.
Most of the Pride builds you see, like over in Russia and Estonia and stuff like that, they're like smaller box because they don't have like big Tahoes and Suburbans.
Yeah, it's a tiny car with 118 or 115.
They're stuffing
418s in here.
in these little bitty cars, man, and they're just like small airspace, just like ripping lows, dude. It makes no sense. So we're gonna try it out. See what's
It's gonna be sick. Yeah. I think the 7,500 is gonna give those subs a beat down though.
I hope so. If it doesn't do a 60, it's gonna be
Or a Clipple.
Have you guys seen the Clipple? It's insane.
Yeah. Jake had one.
How much do those cost? Like $5-6 grand or more?
Oh no.
Not that much, are they? Jake, how much your Clipple?
Huh?
How much your? Oh yeah, y'all gotta see this.
Casey, if you don't plug Crush Customs and show them that beautiful freaking piece of art, like, I just realized it was sitting in the kitchen.
This is just a lid for a console we're doing.
I thought that was going to be the new steering wheel with a TV on it.
He's really bad about showing it off. Look, this is immaculate, man.
Sweet.
I'm just cutting the bottom for it right now.
Yeah.
To hide all the staples and stuff.
It's for 212s, two EX0012s.
There you go.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's my old box.
That was still awesome.
Is that like a parallel fourth order? Or yeah.
That's a ported box, right?
Well, it's basically a sixth order because you used the door to reflect back to the front cabin to that port.
Yeah, because you got the port firing back, and then you got just like it's almost like building your own wall, with just so the subs reflect back. It's not really like a different order in a sense. That's pretty cool, though. I like that.
Ported box, right? The tops of the subs are open, right?
Well, no, they're all into that first set of chambers right there, and then it's ported down the center.
Yeah, I got
and
that.
It has its own loading wall.
The sub right there over the two in the back. That's open to air, right? There's no plexiglass, aperiodic vent.
Yeah, they're open to air.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I wonder if that's going to hurt the score. Might help demo wise because
it sounded awesome.
Different wave, right?
It did a 151.3.
Nice, probably like 36, 38 hertz or something decent.
Sure.
Yeah, it was low.
It
would float stuff with it like that, but not real good. It was loud.
That's so different. I never seen anything like that because it is just a ported box, sub, I guess, up and back, port back, and then you just got like a little chamber around it, and that can change things, help with loading, and it's different. It's cool. I like that.
They would keep it from canceling it out because it had that port across the back. When that fired through that port, it'd keep it from unloading your rear subs firing back because they're basically were 4 subs in the 2 chambered boxes. And they were all ported out to that port.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm glad Rob sent me the picture. Shout out to Rob Williams. So how many dBs do I need to be considered a block beater? I'm thinking like 145 dB.
All you got to do is make someone's neck go like this. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, as soon as somebody turns, and
You can get away easy at 140, especially a
Oh,
higher
140. 140. I thought I was loud at 140.
145
is loud.
You're getting pretty loud.
140 will make people go. You try to get away from me in a car, so
Yeah. It was so hard getting above that like 145 dB threshold in the excursion though with no wall and like with the smaller setups.
Right,
So-
especially with that big. That's a big SUV you got there. How many feet is that? Like 23?
21.
and mine's mine's a Yukon XL. I had the long one like he does as far as
Yeah.
suburban type, and with the 415s in there to use, I was doing the 151 on one
Nice.
salt 8 day. So
Nice.
it was getting down muddy.
My problem is the floating side windows. They had like there's the gasket sealed, so they had these two arms that pop the window out. So after it was like 142 dB, those things were just floating. You could just feel the air just coming out around them.
It rained in the back of my truck. Every time it rained, I'd turn it up. It would rain inside the truck.
Yeah, you
It's
see it
full
run,
rain inside.
right in the rain tracks too. I think a walled sound and a no wall sound is a totally different sound too. I feel like.
Absolutely.
Different.
Hey, Jake, you got anything new going on?
You talking to me or Jake?
I was asking Joe if he had anything new going on.
I thought you said Jake.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry. A couple
Yeah.
weeks, I got something coming.
Cool. Can't wait.
Can't
I like
can't
it when
talk
you
about
have
it
new
just yet.
Oh,
Yeah, I
no,
can't
I
talk
love
about
it
it
when
just
you got
yet.
new stuff.
Yeah, we got
I
something
love
big
it
coming
when
in a
you
couple weeks.
He's working on another broken windshield. That's what he's working on.
Oh, don't say that.
I hope not.
I have to drive it home. Don't say that.
Dude, mine's getting worse too. Mine's flexing pretty fucking hard at the bottom seal. Like you do
Yeah,
like 45 hertz. It's like, I'm like, oh my god.
What do you think about braces? I know you got braces in yours now, Scott.
I need a
Is that
second one.
helping?
Oh yeah, dude, I would grenade a windshield fast if that Scott Bowman brace was not in there for sure.
Yeah, I run 2 braces, and without that, I lost my windshield in 15 seconds.
I got
I
my
haven't
stuff.
put a brace in mine yet, but I have a full wood roof like y'all do, but I haven't put a brace in mine yet. You think I ought to?
If
You
you
should.
if you get any louder, you're in like you're in the range right now. Like a door gets open the right way at the right note or something like that. You're gonna yeet a windshield. I feel like.
Right.
I know my glass, if I let roll my windows that turn the stereo on, the glass pops out of the tracks and starts fluttering out like that.
I can throw some lead at the front windshield while he's demoing, and we can be like,
Now, I'm at the point where I can't demo with the windows up at all. It would just eat the windshield. Windows have to be down. So after this new change we're gonna make, I'm gonna have to. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Dude, I'm afraid.
Doors open.
have you doubled the windshield yet, Joe?
I've smacked 3 windshields.
No, I'm saying, have you doubled?
No, I haven't. No.
Inch
People
plexi or
use clear
something.
epoxy, they'll double it.
Yeah, might have to. I'm actually after 2 weeks from now, we're gonna make a change, and I'm out there to have you rebuild my box for me to a new shape because I don't like the shape of my box. It's just not. I don't like the way it looks anymore. I want something new.
I got you. It's not a problem. Just contact this guy. And not me directly because I'm gonna let him
It's like
handle
a
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only answers Casey's
I
phone for
hate
some reason.
rebaffling
He does,
boxes. I hate rebaffling boxes, but it's
loves
really
it.
not that bad. It's not that bad.
He loves it.
Yeah, Casey's the secretary now.
Oh, hold
Okay.
up. You are I just want everybody to know that you are the first person, Scott, to ever bring me a car that actually listened.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Hey man, if I'm gonna do this wood roof, yank all the panels out, the headliner out, bring it to me, and we'll do it like that. Nobody ever listens. The guy in the driveway right now, I'm not trying to talk crap. Empty. I want the truck empty. I'm cutting holes. There's his doors are.
Hey, my truck was empty.
No, you two. You did a good job. But the majority of people never listen.
Yeah, the only thing I left in there was the sunroof, but I had that in there.
I'm
Didn't
not,
even take out the old Gatorade bottles. Come on, man.
I had like trash and like
he
parts
had
and, like,
so much
wires.
crap
I had
under
like
his
I had like a bag of remote start modules.
Dave's internet glitching.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man. But no, man, like everybody's like, Oh, I thought taking everything out was part of the price.
Is that everybody glitching?
I think it's you.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you look nice and clear now. What you do?
Hold on,
Oh,
wait.
yeah,
He's
no,
been
we can't
blurry.
see Rob.
He's been blurry the whole show, and now he's clear.
Nose froze.
I know why everybody's lagging.
Yeah, no.
What?
You gotta tell the wife to get off Pinterest or Amazon or YouTube.
That
She's
windshield.
pulling all the internet.
New build Fuego or rebuild. But heck yeah, guys, I think we're at the hour and 10 mark. I think we'll take in those. We're losing Rob anyway. We're going to wrap this puppy up. I know, Andy, you got a live show here in a little bit. I'm excited to catch that one. The episode 29, guys. And we had a good time with Rob here, even though he's dropping out right here at the end. And anybody got anything before we close this puppy up?
No, it was a good show.
A CNC machine today.
Heck yeah. Oh, we lost
Yeah.
Rob. Lost Rob.
Glad Joe was able to join us tonight, and we got a special guest too, Jake, hanging out with
Man,
Casey.
I wasn't even trying to.
He's like a paid
He
regular now.
was trying to do it on his phone, and it wasn't working. I was like,
We glitched out.
There you go.
We got him back.
We're taking we're wrapping this bad boy up. Rob, I appreciate you coming on tonight, man.
Hey, man, that was fun.
it's always fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Always
I'm
fun.
not gonna lie. Like, there's never a time where this is not fun.
Hell yeah.
Except for you two potatoes.
Yeah, yeah. Like they called us potatoes.
Look.
He's gonna do it now.
All I gotta say is we're gonna finish this thing out with style.
Ah,
Hell yeah. On that note, guys.
We didn't do it all podcast.
Hell yeah.
At least
Rolling
it's the creamy,
Thunder,
not the crunchy.
episode 29. I'm hitting the end broadcast button, guys.
See you
Y'all
guys.
be safe. Everyone be safe.
All right,
Yes, sir.